Okay, I'm going to show how to do some scientific calculations on graphing using Excel. I've already created this over here on the left, and I'm just going to show how I did that by recreating it on the right. So first of all, I have this table up here, so I'm going to create a new table. To do that, I'm going to go to Insert on the tab up here, and then go over to Table. Okay, I want my table to have headers, which are the column headings. So click on that box, say OK. Made it down here. I'm going to go ahead and expand it to the size I want. And I want 3 columns. This isn't working. Let me delete this and try this again. Okay. This is where I want to make the table. So I'm going to click on Insert Table, and yes, headers. Okay. Now let me drag the bottom corner there, change it to an arrow like that. Drag the bottom corner out, and I want 3 columns, and it's not coming down to make the number of rows I want. I think that's because I have this video recording software going on. But I'll just go ahead and do that. So now I have my table, and now I can expand it where I really wanted it to be this big. Okay. And I guess I really wanted 5 columns, so let's see if I can expand it that way to make 5 columns. Okay, good. All right, so the first column is going to be theta in degrees. So first I click on the column heading, and then you can see up here it appears in the formula bar, just that word, and I can change that to what I want, which is theta in degrees. Okay, how do I get theta? Well, I go to, let's see, what do I go to? Let's try Insert, and then come all the way over here to Symbols, and click on Symbol. And I look for theta. I happen to just use that, so it's already there. That's good. There's also the recently used ones here. So I'll go with theta, Insert, and now close this window. And then after theta, I want to say degrees. So I'll just type that in. Okay, and enter. All right. The next column, I want to be m sub x comma exp, and then I get cut off here. I didn't make this big enough, but that was also grams, g. So again, I clicked on the column I want. Now I'm going to change the name up here. So I'm just going to type it without the subscript. So m x comma exp in grams. Okay. Now how do I make it into a subscript? I highlight the part that's going to be a subscript, which is just the comma exp part. And then I right click with the mouse, and I go down to Format Cells. Brings up this little window here, and it's got Effects Subscript. That's what I want. Click OK. That should have done it. Yeah. It doesn't show up here in the formula bar, but over here it is what I wanted. Okay. So I'm not going to do all of these. Well, actually, let's see if I can copy this one. So I just highlight that and do Control C. And then I go over here to column 3 and highlight that and type Control V. Okay, good. That's what I want, except I need to change the X to Y. Oops. Okay. So the only thing is it didn't make it, it didn't copy the subscript. So I would have to copy that again. Repeat that by highlighting it. Format Cells, Subscript. Okay. All right. Column 4, I want that to be, oops, I goofed. That's okay. I'm going to make the X and Y experimental and then the X and Y theoretical. Slightly different order, but that's okay. So I'll just paste again. And now this is going to be theoretical. And again, I have to